de no so
oh monya
sala osunu ba ko di be 3-4 days
ko shemu no mo ko je sika mbra
se shemu no de hu yi
sika no boys no wo sika o any men no
nanama Mrs. Nanama what's up with this legon your man light of wa no na bo ze wo ra ho papa
sika for no go light is so
your man light of wa unko afie ne ko ofo omo de ni obia wo plan
omo dis kala ko to energy
omo ji omo ani
ani e da su
ani e da su
omo wi energy sika no
ani e to energy ani e gusu
ani e gusu mu
enti no wo effort say
esu mu a na omo no iskafo no omo chele
wo effort wo fra yi si gina mfa ne ho e be ba mra mfa ne ho wo na o che wo de wo wa ye yie ye tinkrofo we ho
na ma ye ja wo no se ya aye be ko ji sike ya mo teto na mo so mo
na no se na me be na me ka hajia fat garage so ka se
ba ayo no ho de
e Roman Ridge one se na me ka boy ba ko so DMP proposal as me ka me boy de ye to abani wie no cars ane ho nyom che cars ni nyina dwane me ne wo ka sei o mo sa de cars na sa be guo because mo se munti nyewu
am so kwandem esinu
e to pe ko jo ebu na me sa ko che cars
that be
information you ko go for nya ho aduma
that better ko jo nkwan
Ada ma kwasa ada no me
solo
asam na ye ka kire no
na mo ye ni abre nkrofo na wia ye o wo mo ni ya wie papa same ne wo kasa wudu madina a station lorry station ho na no me te se nkrofo ne ba ha akwa ma bi ye fa ne sian
ai
the office organ Ghana high sense is the go ye ho na top ho wonu says madina station no NPP buy no ono fa station no say ne dia e ho so say VR for land Medina lorry station VR for land was so mo ton ma na ne dia if it is that time no wonu say car bia obepia bontin bia oju 35 Ghana cedis wo kwa 35 wo ba bia ma 35 ai na say wo bi wo kra na wo ntia say papa we no station mu no wa bo container be 5,000 container ba ko bia every month every year 7,000 nkete no draw ni sa sianse e hoye ne dia NPP Ghana ne dia di VR property timbe sian e dia na na me say wo dia me story be beto wo ye we de ni head kaka me go
okay
na wo do station wo pa na wo hwe ni pasu esu wo to yogurt pa na wura mo dey 25 Ghana cedis
so yogurt
wo to pure water 25 Ghana cedis chese nipa wo wura station mu bia dia sian wo jusika Madina lorry station one almost we are seeing the NPP for the year one and omni papa no mo bu Ghana for a house of VR for land so atama no mo top on and ye
there be assembly bay and a dear man or one that authorization or the yes how
so atama no the denite so no NPP baba want so one ni wo nyina no ka bo mu no nyina edidi eti station panifo ne wi ase ne nyina nkosi hwe eti nan dis abai me say wo de akira be che topic na ase na matase ma cheche wo mu na wa hu sian na ono siga na ne dia no e de wa nya kra ho no kra na no nya be 20-30,000 a day
ma haruna
adai
haruna
the motor Ghana man grofo bi say
oh kwadwo ma haruna
my goodness
ma haruna
say nya menua ekasai ekai no say no correct because say utimi wia over 1,000 containers akoton ehye obotum na me no you see lights be 3-4-5 days minya ntua car na wa betwa nyasa be no nti Ghana ye nyina dia enye nipa ba akodia
gabi.
So whatever is good for Kofi is good for Kwame. Sa adia your friend protocol and government privileges ya demo to the extent say people goes beyond the offices and then extending it to omu fee where they can abuse power and then the ordinary Ghanaian will suffer to pay light bill.
You are suffering, Papa.
Abra near the taxpayer money omuji etu omokano are still enjoying, whereas ye bread at the grassroots level no is something we should talk against. Sure. I have a serious observation or reservation about near Ekosui. and to a large extent, I say, Abain NDC is not ready to tackle this issue head on. By this time, now, what do I say?
China for
There be, I'm talking of government officials. Chinese for who sold it to them? Just me in 2007, you got two obsolete cables at a friend say ECG workshop near a water cycle. And when him say cables no, cables are won't mean yano kwa, won't mean anywhere apart from ECG. Na sa aluminium and copper cables no, those are yako CCA dada and dada na omudia back to auction. So when ya sa auction sales no kura before you are able to cut them out, baby I do be found.
No processing easy.
Processing easy. But the same issues are with me cutting. You need a police escort to be able to take them to where you want to take them. So if an ordinary person like me get to buy a cable with my own money, taking them to my factory, and you accost me or you get me somewhere, arresting me or arrested me, me was our documents to prove say makoto. And to the extent that you want to investigate, you took those things to Ashama. More than 1 week to investigate this matter. I don't see why these particular items can leave the shores of Tema Port without any traces.
Container,
what do you say? So it is so alarming that your ports system noir.
We
all know how you cannot just pick anything outside the port without any. So if we know where Nemano and we know when and who sold them why don't we ask them?
Another issue, no.
Why?
Okay.
Because of
we don't understand.
Family and friends, chop, scratch my back, scratch your back.
So Nanama, the issue is not about containers, no. The issue is not about the Chinese for I am sitting here to say Mikotosa obsolete cables now. Police for me. And I was able to prove near Ottoman.
Yes.
And they went there and investigated now genuine.
Yes.
I don't see why those Chinese people cannot, or the government, the minister is not able to tell us as soon as in a Toma Chinese.
They should tell us.
2 months, 3 months, way a years.
Container beer.
Deliberate attempts to siphon money. And that is what we're talking about. Ghana Sikana Kano. What do you say? So for me, and tell us, say, as soon as in the tone, in a tone container see, a Chinese for so that we all get to know the right source.
green is so I was now some putomputo unwaze now some putomputo Dwame Kwabena Eli Klim and now also show strength ewo eye Dwame Kwabena munya Teresa Awuni video a Mr. Obia what Teresa Awuni e videos ni bia no mo na mo aboa yen enra Eli Klim enso akrugu onoso show matched strength the issue ni say NDC for constituency by constituency ya ka kire mo omo timi ayadia soldier for 2030 at one constituency NDC for moye beye yemfa ne say beye 10,000 or 15,000 se bunyina mo gire street mu a soldier for 30 omo ntimi nya hwe. And we have been telling you guys, stay in the street, don't move. Adaya to abono, stay in the street. Emo bia anka ntrasa oto aba kofie obwa eni mra biem, eni law biem, eni Ghana constitution biem, sa oto aba wia kofie. Stay. Say even 2 days, wona ade wani. Sa also wona obia ntimi mfoso. And you may come Ubekosu, some man for another 2 years, my man for the Namusu. Air Force is Okoda. Air Force. 2 years for so on Koda. In the Sabia or Kankwe South. That's a NDC for Abwa Moano, Abochenku, Unipabe 10,000, 15,000. Air Street Ma, Air Force. Air Force will be Gofi. Aha. And Yamra, a more beer room now. A more beer and can't say, or to Abakufie. Onipa obi obeyi ni tie free Ghana Police Service easy ana any state institution abeka say bia no oye collaborator or person on MPP for wiem oboa. Don't listen. Me ka kire mu bio eni emra bia mu emra bia nchikire Ghana ni bia say otuna ba wi a onko fie. It's a lie. Stay and it is true. NDC, PNC, CPP, other political parties, Motua Beria, stay. More beer movie, more beer and beer. Hold each other's hands. Be your brother's keeper. Stay on your grounds. Don't move. Compare say about boy elections never you know. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. That day we will supply water, we will supply food, we will get cash. Yeah, best supply Diane. We will move from one street to another. We will make sure we protect our sisters, we protect our brothers. Nobody should move. Eni mra biam sa to abawia kofie omoboa. Be a law-abiding citizen. Go there, you vote, stay. Men call any grounds with any weapon. Men fa aba, men fa sekayen shawo. Stay. We are Ghanaians. Stay there. Stay there. If they decide that day, wamukum a year 10 in 2022, wambekum 50. That day, if Ghana will be the same. But don't take anything along. The only thing you need, that is your weapon. Go there, show them that this is my weapon, this is my bullet, this is my bomb, this is my machete. Let us all agree to protect our thumbs. For that one, we can assure the government, we can assure Akufo-Addo and his wife, we can assure Akufo-Addo Kromo Chebihine, we can assure Gabinum, we can assure them, their family, we can assure them, their friends, we can give them a full assurance that we will do it. We will stay in the street. Nobody is going anywhere. For that one, we can assure them. Obianko baby ha. Yo ya. Emran ni baby asa na abekere me time a. Je se ada ya to aba no mo curfew. Say bosses obianko da. Ye no so mbetimi a ye behwe. But emra bia ni ho. Emra bia ni Ghana ha. Ye beto aba no. Constituency bia wo bia no. Okankwe South NDC afa nti obi bia wutie mo Okankwe South. Oto aba wi a stay in the street. Enko ba bia se hoho bi enkrofo bi free ba bi ba mo nkyere wo mo se eho na mo mote. And you better replicate it every constituency across the country. Would you stay in your constituency, defend your constituency, defend your party, defend Ghana? Se obi amowa enkobo obi. Police for ne no mba ya adwuma. Uhu bibi na won te ase a fre police ni ne oho no bonamane. So oh, wahunu say. Fiwani, the only solution now for them, I saw mbe pade ni titru ni Ashanti region. Ashanti region ni kwaya do mbe faso ho. They don't have the numbers. It's never true they have the numbers. In inquire do mbe faso Ashanti region. We will hold them, lock them down. Obuntimi nya hwe. And my culture, no. The only thing we need on 7th December is courage. We don't need any gun. We don't need any machete. We don't need sticks. We don't need stones. We don't need anything. But if Akufo-Addo is a man, na say Akufo-Addo timi replicate year 2020 say omo bonipa ba ko pe say tuo say ten. Akufo-Addo ne mama no etiemi they should advise him. Say Akufo-Addo ene ba omia ema obi abusua bi su a omo so be su. They will cry. But we hope that their friends will advise them. You better call police station. You turn 1-1. You are you better kai. You better call coalition center. You better bobo figures ano. Regina, esro easy figures ni body awawini. Quietly, obia koni fie, obia koni baby, obia no obia ni asem. Adia ya hwehwa no. But say, ebia kwase abite eya Jubilee House. Was matese bia takra this seat ekọ intima suma sojafo every cantonment. Say omonko takra de. No. Hani agise bia ebia soldier for bia be bongo kan bia be 10 ani ebi be se aba but sa soldier for 5 6 normal traffic pick up muko nobody is moving soldier ni a enko ba bia gina ho already no ya complain say soldier for ni elections any bibia our internal elections. And your soldier for ni BBI. We are party executive member. We are party ni soldier ni aba police station wa. Stay strong. said yeah no I say north no I say north obia mo obia mfa bibia mbo obia ni nyina ne say the opposition parties led by the NDC ejina wo mo nan so we yempre we yempre enya ntokwa yetu abanu wie wa sen boko din NDC wi ni ye obia ntutuo obia ntoaba obia ba ne fie quiet eno ano no se MPP ne wi ni ya obia beba ne fie quiet eno ano no. But nobody should allow any military person to invade a polling station. And polling station biano will make sure say more than any 100, 200 for the NDC. Every polling station, because every constituency biano, yen nikrano, you will buy a nipa be about 5,000, 10,000. We need them in the streets. Every polling station must be covered. Every polling station must be covered. Nobody should allow anybody to intimidate anybody. This is Ghana. Ghana is for us. Ghana is not for anybody. All right, so yanko dome Kwabena.
And we are sending signal and warning to the Electoral Commission that we want free and fair elections. They have transferred some illegal names into the voter register. We have written about 2 letters to them, which they have not responded to any of the letters. Now that we have finished filing, we are telling them that we are waiting for the response, the letter that we have written to them. If they don't write back to us, we are going to advise ourselves. And then whatever we need to do, we will take legal action, legal means, to make sure that they take all those names out of our register. And we are sending signal and warning to the Electoral Commission that we want free and fair elections. They have transferred some illegal names into the voter register. we have written about 2 letters to them, which they have not responded to any of the letters. Now that we have finished filing, we are telling them that we are waiting for the response, the letter that we have written to them.
And every NDC piece biano, you catch them, don't show timidity. Show strength. We have the numbers. Trust me, we have the numbers. Anywhere, anytime, any day, we have the numbers. Ghana, Etayechi. Ghana, Sunsum, Epian Crofoway, Ephraim Abaimu. I don't wish for one party state. But Akufo-Addo and Bawumia a curse unto this country. I just hope and pray that one day MPP Benya may be quality leadership. Membompa MPP, no, never. Because yent me nyai on my way so my NDC in kwa. Thank you. Mame yes idea we Ansah na yako. Debbie I can we talk about your friend is say development, but message that I am Wajuma Sani Ababe State, yes, Ajumawe. Kwame for allied health, if for not a two amame, quick one. Let me just work on it. Fatu I say, if also meko a demonstration. Ati Raphael says, good afternoon, Bobie. All right, thank you, Ati. Chale, munjai this MPP guys. You see, most of the area about a craft and page na mumba be did matema, mundi di matem kwa. No class na me catch them. So you don't need to. Karest Man Blay, Monsieur Niga. The second says, good afternoon, Commander. All right, please, I'm just waiting. All right. And allied health professionals. Now, almost say, almost posting yemfa omonkoye inti the basic. So picketing, mon way, I see effective Monday 16th. Inti allied for no at the shim 16th no. Allied health professionals no at the shim 16th no. At the 17th for na NDC so the ashim normally ashim. The following week ba could be so ho yes said ba no almost the best shim. Almost the best shim. Almost the best shim. Organized labor. Actually do camera and him kakra. Camera and him kakra. Okay, so a coalition of unemployed allied health professionals. Coalition of unemployed allied health professionals. Na nyameya adma Monday 16th anopa nonkron omo jinemu e Ministry of Health premises. Na me ka se allied health for no mamoma obia me ka ntem se munyai no omo ne bekasa omo boa. Musiku aso na mo ko health ministry ho no so mbeba police for abebomo a momo mum provoke o no momo aha say the omo peno no sa na omo peno ti sa na mbe ya ma omo se mu tie mi a minim organizers no kama frɛ mo nyame ya adom na adwada na mo kwa mamon sai omu betre ponkoso na ayi a friend say ayi yohonu be skills kakra ama o ma hunu say position o de ama no oni agro no mo de nkrama bia betwam no ma hyeda hye bibi ehihye wo muti enya adwuma omo signals ni nyina asai police service signals ni nyina asai enya adwuma omo boa ayya hihye wo muti kwa enya adwuma ebi battery wu kroma police ni kuratuo kura night na bullet nim we nimisem obi anim omo boa Ntijada, Coalition of Unemployed Allied Health Professionals. Moko kamwasem. Makatira Ghana ni bia say to make sure say you be exposed to machire wi ase no. Make sure say moko demonstration mamo mfa bibia say obi ko demonstration okura ba na say okura there be Obia so alert a international media friend ya unim no make sure say bibia ni wonsem there should be a reason why here is a Ghana for ebu efu ntimon kwa adwada o police for bebo mu a eye pa ye hia we need those indicators a good omen mo mebomo ade atia NDC jirem den so thank you edamase Ansah Kwame me de ayibi ato me pacho me ba me de NIA ayibi to page ne so me de NIA ayibi ato page ne so and before your friend say campaign bi omo ye campaign bi se ma ka cha mo say galamse asem no me ha me hu bio enra ne Kwame ene no mo ye me pa onwe na ye oh ye page no bibia na so ana me de sende wa if you were I send me phone you cry asembeni hi so anyani anyway makachem say galamsey no me ha me hu bio me nka ho asem bio because ene say kudo no kochia ye GJ na omunyina nkomo no is so sad ya ka kira aban yire no ho na de obeye bia onye na Catholic bishop abegina ho ya ka kira aban yire no ho mensa adewe simple enra mebusa omo enra so follow me mebusa omo kana sigbe moti media coalition no gwayo for emamo fuel coupons 100 million mokwaje se mo de ko aprobo e Ghana report kura munyaye no moma yehu mo anko so no mo ache coupons na dia ka kire ye se oh ya je ye no ya anko enyo mo nko a opon kuruma be ka kire se omutwa 10 million Ghana cedis mebo for media sensitization enti ye no so ehwo asem ekosi sei munka kire am se ye nka but mo de mo kwa apro no say go your Ghana entity to your taxpayers ye mu 100 million full and 100 million se mu yusu eye VJet kra se ebeso ebe biaka ti mo kwa aprobo nyina no mo report no am de buy no ewe ya mom kan kire ye ana mo gyina na aban garam say no say you see kwa ni aban yem pesa because mo kwa no say munya fact findings so obviously no mo jot ne ma ba ko mienu mo fa nkyere mo say fa nkyere mo bibia ni ho okay say ekuhudu ya asofo ya nra wene omukosi ayi mo so ya suma ma mo ko site eko bompaye empaye no mo ko boye no resource anyame ka kire mo no mo nka kire ya mo se mo nka ena aban de akwaso enye ti wo ko site wo no se okwa bompaye no na adwene be ne wo trimu a wo de ko bompaye ye no so ko ka twintwan me ne uti wo sesi ayi minia ene press conference ya ayi Mia college GJ ni na sefo koye OSP last year July report ya wodi aba about Galamsey was land commission for na yes ade no lands ministry for na yes ade no municipal and district chief executives bi ya mo investigate wo mo Charles Bisiu ayi a friend say edubu ahe woman nyina ho moko ya press conference na David aban dem hu he de ya ni nye ho
na say Galamsey for omo lawyer panyin ne gabi
only David
ya dem excavators on the first year release
excavators OSP report ro mi Bobie nyam nam troye anya Ansah Thompson e troye enyo bia na troye a state institution report ya wa twro and come on press conference and say if you mean well for Ghanaians come on press conference na say no nenke kura mo na mo pagya adi a kire wiase nyina say Akufo-Addo wona also at OSP office or report on Galamsey ni
and then now
you want you to act on it ni ahunu say mo ani avre na mko jira aban dia we ye pa dia yem pesa aban ja dia o ye no aban unu say dia o ye no we say o ban no aban finance from aban so dey esa aban na esa dia no ena aban finance from aban yem pesa dia no aban jai aban dia o ye no yem pe o aban o ya enye ye o ne ayamia report wo mo se mo mpe Bobie akwaka ho asebunti no report ro mo ne read bio amai na onyame ohwe ye nyina na mko gira ho we nkrofo sponsor o press conference no ti o manya kakra tafre o manya bia dia wi o mo de o mo wi a kwhwe fufuo bia mo kwako di no osu no enya sem kuma faso bia ni so ayi ya friend say akoya no langard ya oye GJ president Jomfo say oton sase sa Jomfo oh unim Jomfo GJ president no no oton sase langard for no ka ho Jomfo o se batakari sa no nanko aye ye say tab na say me madam bi kasa so chale ya da Jomfo hwa me kakra Jomfo hwa me kakra akra dam say Jomfo akola we dey wan give you o fo bi akojiri osika Jomfo we Jomfo we na akwa sire disika no ton sase Jomfo ya ka sama oh ni ase we dey jabone na ton sase say journalist say we dey we no report my paper bi say ni yonko ni crusading guide for no oh Jomfo odim Jomfo okoye adwuma wa Tinka FM Jomfo we minim no pa ata no obere na multimedia o minim no na me hu no minim ne pa ayi wona mo bro say dey akwa wasra wa hwi asrada Jomfo o ton sase hwe ensa ya Jomfo abeton no kroma busa no o ba ka kire o wonnim langa ni bia o kroma Jomfo wonyatu bang so I didn't win him for crow. Yeah, me Ansah no special duty to me guarantee no mean fee because my imagine say omo bedi and one grow bio. Says they wouldn't do ye. Press conference we omo nyina ka bo ma wie no. Omo be ka say omo per budget. No ma side aba pro. Ni akotwa 20 million Ghana cedis. No ma chedi. Omo di na esa. No I say omo asase twetwa pictures ibusa say na hemfo na yesa. Hemfo na yesa ubusa yi.
Omo hu saban foforo so ba. Nti ne yenya eba ni e dia sha ban no foforo no ba ne kon ho.
No eno so ma je kakra. No mo didi kakra. Yo. And now the only Kenya Ansah Samens.
Hey, so no, this is my
and not dear Samens. Hey, me tear says Samens. Me himself or your Casamens as some won't pay. But Samens me tear so Kenya Ansah will be as a check. If Rada Opunu to Kodi Gabiachi, I landing, done no bodyguard, him the tree left, him the right, him the left. Now, Gabi now him to Edina Chisano. Gabi watch the dako. Now, him to dinner Chisano. Ubenya problem, pa.
Na, na,
by radio or Kasai.
No, saying.
Oh, was saying the way a Kufado air fight here at the end in the Ninian Galam Seno. People like a Samuel Jinapo, any lands commission near the idea, and cases I'm bringing and car. If a Kufado are serious and Kwasaki woman dada, which I think is a very good call.
Na just answer when na e kokan on the station so also on my money TVs in this week.
Oh, sir, there be also omuna and kana woka and so omuna asema ya ka free if you to pay.
They say yeah, say eja on it a devil a called dine. Say TV no. Oma to Gabi. Almost makes it Debbie Anna. So sorry, I put to my questions.
Oh, my pamo. Oh, my dear, what's that called? Is here you? Don't catch us at you live. When you live, because only Massa at the Gabi. Oh, or no him to go Gabi a china, and I'm saying, hey, Samen, say, let's say, dear, and young call share. If he's a Gabi Beto station, my pump. Nkofa o de oba na baba ba na echi on be pamoji city there TV no Friako you have Friako TV Friako TV
oh ja we be say morning show on baso in ma pamo bia
oh but media Samuel Kenyans as much but not there
asem we me say Martina omo TV so aka and I see me me kasado mi free hog
David enyo no na ka una ho kanti enye an kwame asem ne no kre if only you what the Operation Vanguard for 400 Galam stop say 26 was say and I do my operation when your resource enye service commanders na say hold one responsible send it 400 senke what saki wo nyina
Kwabena a soldier for no mkoye operation
Vanguard
any a police for no sa intermission to say omu nyina millionaires
oh
omu nyina melo be
inter ministerial committee no omu asem ewo OSP report no
me say omu kra de na omu ya kronfo sen galam say yes no
oh no more going now press conference no me no press center sa press center we say obi di kosua na hina ko bodua to say obi di na di ntru na nka bia se dua ni bia apanya boa bo because am ko gina wa asmo mo ka no mo nim say ye boa no oka na camera siri so no anyinya na nim no akekaro na nim no oka asem no bani tiri mu pa no nim say asmo me kan di anya no kore any fire me there me my bre my papa ade documents wo cases bebre wo ho and galamsey fight no when you don't start dealing with kingpins individuals udiagro go to the site arrest 10 boys the kingpin or tini them no another 10 boys you're from Kumapembeba. Yes, you go to the site, but when you start dealing with the kingpins like Gabinom, Ekwawusi see police form penning for any media and penning for whom. Ekwawusi for interrogations. Bema, the whole Ghana and go 2-4 to go for the Gamanche. Only now sorry what Ekwawusi so. Say Bema, so one tray and crop for cry in your chroma yen yankoha. Now Ekwawusi actually say media for a Bobie. Kwam kwache. A free fakatachi. Kwam Sifakain. Kwakuba. Near Chie. Once after their sister, almost more bush one crown, they will start running away. They will start because a Nibra, a free street, no more air banoa. They will start running away. We are here press conference. And over budget. Me said I'm Kokabi. Nah, say young Kentiao. Why? Young Kentiao. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come here today to tell the government the Galamsey menace is really affecting us. Our future is in danger. The future generation. See, I know the worker will be amiable. So, thank you. God bless us. God bless Ghana. God bless everybody. Crack. No, because asem pa no so da ho asem no kura pa no e da ho reports wo ho tapes wo ho munyi tapes no van go investigation asemenye hey I mean my mensa nyina adwuma ayi ya fra ne say oh mensa omo ye campaign bi but o some de eye kintampon of video no MC ni video made ma ho na yi ba o mi akosia nkramofo asem o ka kire wo mo no. Oh, ya boda. But me yanko sian kremofo o sin kremofo time ni no. But yanko tie Ghana ni bia ntie eye Kintampo North MC. Police phone tie. Oh, ade aye me ya ne say me offer upon pepra on ACDS. Da bia Bobie na enye. Dampare. Minim ne ga kro se ne mama ni bi ni makope no. Se dio minim otan kro. Minim ade kro amaye no. Sense Kofi Buachi of Asintin na debia na ni abreme so a be me mfa no. But sir debi oh but oh chairman me ya adwuma o ana onim oh Kintampo in man farm Kintampo MC no akosia Fulani for a Kintampo. Oh, my dear Nefrizi. Ye, phone you will be pep for you be mammy, media my bro. I foresee ya Betome, Fakoto. I foresee ya by me name your best Okoto iPhone 16.
Dollar near 17.
And no crime for ATM wash it.
Me bank card, I done NHIS card.
So, what do you call hospital? And the baby cry. Sir, any doom. Oh, Famame. Kintampo North MC, no. Akosia, Fulani Fua, Kintampo catcher almost say. Concoma for any, your friend say. Konkoma for ne gonja for empese omo behunu Fulani ni first lady into o ka kire Fulani for ya wo Ghana se omo ensore
o se konkoma for empese
omo behunu Fulani ni first lady one Samira yeah, na dia kura kwesen ya konkonsan ni dia ya obro ni emehu na sabe me ka bebi ana omo ma police for say ye fire omo no ana omo say da ma police for aba and I'm said I'm police for Efra Aquano. I'm contra Aquano statement, ya no Majano. Bobie Ansah. Afe ni ombe ye miti anajo. Kwabena ni mfa ne mfa so. Yenye ni sei. Akwete Dr. Kwete IDEC say asojafo abopo say omube take over December ombe take over power Akwete you know so asojafo abe issue statement Dr. Akwete bua yenka bibia Dr. Akwete yanka sai ni ejai meanwhile they go to seminars preaching about false publications and the implications. Into your microphone, implications no and come out. Say Bobie any list to any mensa implications no comma Bobie any mensa any a list to enum any hontonum. Yeah. And right now you have your friends MPP MC Kintampo North. Why? Yan in term namin de minya time no man nam de me ha me ho. Oh. Ni ade sa abu o man a enyo. Ya de sa abu o man a nya fe. Nya de papa. Pam so say nye ya no mo am move on. Why na ya time de adwuma. Kam pesa. Oh. The same thing about me ekosia Islamic clerics be and no catch them say say na drusu sekramoni so ebedi president na omunua kramoni enie and the whole country is quiet from the Christian Council to Ghana Police Service. It's like Bobie Beka. I'm going to say Bobie. I'm going to statement. No one do Kwasia. Abe Johnson also tell me. Dampare that useless guy. Dampare no. That useless guy. I'm going to say Bobie Nenka. No one de cast Abe Johnson so tell me. Say Vice President Timia Kosia. Yenye nipa baako yeninyi yimu wo maimu no ka kire nkramofo se munuanie enti monto abama no na nkramofo so time so mbe take over Ghana nie
na nya bia na post ko gina yimfie ka se we de modie na abai
obi anka hwe say I am boarding a Kintampo North MC and walk off free Fulani for do matrase and all ball mamane. Now, say, I dear way National Security for video. Yes, Omahu. Kandapa, some way, and KS offer, Sako and Kamu Unity.
Yeah, your friend is saying, Rwanda conflict.
We on don't yes, Medica, no water had we on foreign don't yes, Medica, no water had just a mirror, the gold lato, mountain. Number so, number 12, for the first time. And no ballet or bottling of account of lot anything tampo around there. Now, wait, the net for my yeti. We had the yelter and the yelter and there. A yemum and a yebum. We come and work a while and yeah, and the yebum. Captain work a while and Ubia, when you're full and in your Ghana. We lad pull on the Ghana. Now, pout me tea, say for 2 about tea, a dear Kudia. We shall lad the hell of people while the yard photo what against every before I did go do. Now, walk of us can be pure. Then I pay I like. I want to die about it. If you say, we opportunity, we do allow that we must be that we have father and give us upon the market. Send your kind, we don't really going to 4 crown person, more Mumiaban or Bakers, yes, sir. We let it, including Gonja, what a Gonja can let you either and Sakik made the lago. Come on, inti momo mani na hopa
na hali ngase hakilo men san ati yitano lesa
inti campaign no ayeye no
we campaign hono yewtere madu
mo fulu ni fo gan nyina
we ene fugo wa begana fu
mo kasanchira mo
na hali kono ndo bengo
mo kasanchira mo
kono ndo bandira ben golden ndo bengo
pia to
we mfuye ngati tundo yes mendika no wata haja samira egoro lato mawle
na mo so ni na ma to na so ma for the first time
no malle mbotele do fakango lato everything tambo arande
na we die ne komo ayedi
we hand the yewtere ne
but kandapanum any akufado no plan ena dampare no so say you ni aya no boho
Kwabena matese we the mamen chat for quickly matese Ghana Police Service issue statement declaring a certain young man wanted.
Yes.
Minim ni pakro, but I saw the video no now he was threatening some of the government officials.
Based on what?
On the Ministry of no Obubo Mudin to say Minister for Interior on Adia Electoral Commission ubia en cafe na omojin say 2020 the see you know omukum nipa no oman ka hwe no so omojin say ombesa na SCBO in 2024 omudi agro entokwasi be bomb ho abebu bomu nyina tro. So that is basically what the boy said.
Okay.
And it's a condemnable statement,
which I think is needless.
It's needless. We condemn it, even though if you put what he's saying in context, you can add some weight to the. He has a genuine concern.
Yes, but the point is, for we Ghanaians, we will defend ourselves against Akufo-Addo militants if they try the 2020. For that one, no Ghanaian.
Fact.
Yes. Everybody will defend himself.
But
Akufo-Addo mana omobeye casualties.
Exactly. But the Ghana Police Service issued statement declaring that young man wanted. Fine, fair enough. If they think say he went overboard, fair enough. It is in the same vein the Ghana Police Service, we demand that the Ghana Police Service also issue an arrest warrant for this MCE.
Debbie,
no, any
almost no cry.
Dampare.
Debbie, Dampare, say, Oma render useless by bringing you na blow man, say. And now you know, so I promise you, so obey your man, palm. So,
Kwabena, you see, let me assure the Ghana police, say, they are going to apply the laws of this country truly and fairly against all offenders. Anybody who makes a statement that destabilizes or has a propensity to destabilize the peace and security of this country must be treated equally. Ya test and kwafo gyina platform so
remember what ye abronye on Wontumi FM
David Mintie Kwabena met dear mate brand the champion kwasa asem okogina fidie so a platform so kan me deba ena Lord come so di okokan ache eno so enkoda nchen ya Ghana police for nka baako yam fa say anodom pre o se hwan ono so kokan ne de ena o maka ya Ghana police for nka innocent young man ako making a statement out of frustration mo declare wanted Kwabena say if it's enekoi samrekoi after near do the heat of the election. So we are now entering the election season proper, and within this election period, if the Ghana Police Service agent say they are going to apply the laws of this country impartially, and yeah, they will have us to deal with. Kwabena, some of us are willing to stand up and defend people
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense because the statement this guy, the MC is making specifically is more serious.
He mentioned the Gonjas, he mentioned the Kokombas, telling the Fulanis that the Gonjas and the Kokombas, they don't have your interest. In the Fulani in Gonja, what will happen?
Kwabena, the conflict up, how volatile that place is. But conflict, look at how long the conflict has been going on. The last thing anybody wants is to incite any ethnic group against one another in the northern part of Ghana.
They are doing it. The MPP is doing it.
And you know, if some of these reckless and irresponsible statements, the Ghana Police Service is pretending as if they haven't heard and they are quiet.
When you say 12 o'clock news will be on fire, tape new PA around and up by 7:30. When you say Obia and what to say they on tape no was.
Kwabena, you have a bomb party.
And no man said that the Pios I did the another.
Debbie
Pios
they are the same question. Okay.
Pios they are no beko prison. Or no need they are no beko prison.
Pios they are on question. Okay.
Oh no beko prison. And sit no we lose where we.
What to me?
Pios.
What's the sending for? I call Australia and Chihuahua. What's the quarter for Beko US?
Debbie, what are the for? Pios said to me, Afa Obisa Oyemu. And what do I call? Only the mama channel. Akwabaku etwa mumbi. Na emum no as a referee nanye. No okocha bro ni be referee the boy. On what the ahomete aka as a referee ade. Adama abrofuna greba so. Wo si ase say. Wo mu busa enkola ne nsem. Afedo busa say what is your name and no abokwaku be. Where do you come from? Atiavi. Oh, what is your name? Who free was Brasatuma Paul? Oh, Bob, what would you right? And me Pios Assembly. Why the first young guy who be called jail? Yami advance to the 25 into another 7 years. But this guy,
is it the statement, the propensity, the intensity of the statement, the timing of the statement, the type of tribes. Unim say already, there are tribal tensions in the northern part between the Konkombes and the Dagombes, the Gonja. There are certain tribal undertones already there. It is the last thing anybody wants to do to incite or fuel these tribal tensions. And it is reckless, irresponsible, and no statement that has been made so far in this country, in these elections, has a propensity to undermine the peace and security of this country than this statement. So the Ghana Police Service must act.
They won't act.
They must act.
They won't.
Then if they are not going to act, then they shouldn't dare arrest anybody in this country. They shouldn't try. If they don't arrest this MCE, then they should not arrest anybody for making any statement.
Say he to the bar. What they will do is they will invite him and tell him you go. Oh yeah, friend. No. Says Anna Kwano Koka say MPP for more Asoja Funko more Galamsey site no. Sa no me tamo mu shun kwasi statement a yetiti bi ma wo mom kofre Suleiman say onye survey enka say Bobie na edi first no. Na me na edi first a wagimi anaso me catch so wo ye gimi for say me the taxes me taxes na no yere ne o made to aduane di. And if you are fooling now, some man can't just say you were a fool. Other ya way a penny when you know Jimmy, a man can't just wedge me. Inti almost said that coffee aquana say omra. Now, aquano, court to crown processing of you. Court, crown processing of you. Court, man processing of you. We so also the abeshim. I brought yet wound to me FM say, or Masin Sekai, will be na about 20 the basic
Kwabena abronye the way Jimmy for munya na se Kwabena nti abronye ni po betimi ekuta sekan kra abronye ni po betimi ekuta sekan
say amanfo aka atro mo say enka one day nka omo say dem biem na bia abronye ne ebia e friend say aboa papon na nka omo yi ndis for so bia be 2 ebia was street mu near the second show bia nsem na ye bochenkuna pipe ni en hwa de en ko bia be steady
Kwabena unim Kwabena NPP4 omani da swa ne say oh your security agencies your police for your military for no enti eba ne critical ye the soldier for the back with jinema ko shoot ekum nipa ekum kofo kwabna kwabna me yin ne se e wo NPP fo tirimu se e ban to kwa pepa ombetime gina ombetime omnyina be dwane me yin ne se wo NPP ni bi etim se ban to kwa pepe e was shit ne so a they can face anybody in this country me yin ni why asa so bo cha the fool o de ne kwan why Anthony Kabu ana why
omo ni ma gina wo nkrofo tirim they have no clue.
Munyina yarefo ma wiya Ghana ska dia mofo America kora ya ka tiem tu America kwa muntimi ntu enti kwamna eni o mutirim se e ban tokwa se enti kwamna eye on say I say you say you know the I say incline ni obi be kontokwa no ma me kan fa hu hye wo mu me bo henya
ba kronka fo mo hoden hey
kwa shemi kwa me ni fie
ba jibo
sa na ntokwa na wie you know enti yenya sa na emfa hu na Ghana fo mboto hwe wo minim Ghana fo ni bra break this elections
e ma na be bo mo e me ma Ghana fo ma de on be ye enkrofo e no o mu hu bi da
na mo
anyway, the point is, Ghana Van Dam says, Bobie, and this issue must issue a statement condemning the reckless comment from the MC. That is the only way the issue will travel far, and any action taken against the MC. If not, the media will give this issue a blackout. Nobody cares. They should give it a blackout. Who cares? Na BBC or Ghana, yes, Bobie, yeah. If you grant a man when we were street in the Mucho, na me as me found. Akufu ado from multimedia. Bobienye, Mumian free. Bobienye. Last minute, Roman Yesu Cassia. Manasa Zuri. Yeah, street in the mo. Me 2 a.m. cram it is street in the mo. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Me it is street in the musa. Me Bobie me ko baby ah.
But kwabna before huntobe bamuno. Ma me fa security issues we know. Me
special
on that.
Special adjuma. Come in bounce someone yes adjuma no. Yes. No. Me trimpa you have a breaking story that hunto akwaba. Bokore. Okay, so we'll deal with electoral commission issues, but I don't know whether you want to say something on Enema Abubosono quickly.
Sir Thompson Becker security once a media. Meaning I know the answer. Moka man can be Becker,
because and easier you might say in your time, right? We know behind the answer. Your time, I need
I no pay NDC for a call across Central.
Yeah.
How many places for Koye about Nyami Adumo adapt another demonstration.
Yeah.
But initially, no, na opposite for the person mo said the omode ye and crofo be call inform you more. Now almost frustrated omo no. The General Secretary of NDC, Yera Fifi via Fiavicoti Ninedom Akoy. And after a few hours, no, I won't see Fifi post say a police for an Omako Benkrum. Nyame Adomo a dabnada ebe demonstration ebe sha se o brass sports circle na oman na mu akwa kopie electoral commission office na ebe koso ewo mantam dunsia ni nyina emu na yesi se ade ebe beku o maaya eya na so konfo abin se ye na o mabunu kuo bi na se ko demonstration na police for dimrika na makọ court omo twan de ebe chia mo demonstration no makọ court na no this minority in parliament so mo Bank of Ghana demonstration na police for frustrated but we NDC national chairman e can say ono anka say ko siki permission bi kura o o announce date ni kura the police for no mo te won framam say nyame adma Tuesday NDC demonstration mo mema mo stop here mo stop it more mema mo stop it and nyame adumu a edabnada
ya no ye discussion ya ban campus at we no free
security ran nyame adumu a edabnada no sa demonstration e baso now in terms of security there the truth of the matter is say Omo so me national security form ye in charge kra no omo da bontin. Enya kanda pa no ba besi ama no so phone si.
Of a person.
Anyway, o de brother so.
Masa.
Yo. Akufo the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Sawabro ni kuta naked pictures, editing videos. Commander in chief of Ghana Armed Forces.
Offer. Of Ampesa.
Anyway.
Aja. And then also sorry, KCV the mind. Aja. Pacho, quite that from
you. I'm say issue way. Medical at home kakrebi, but NM person me nyabo chana me bie mu ye. It has to do with what is going on within the various security agencies. The Ghana Immigration Service, the military, and the Ghana Police Service. And we'll deal with the immigration there, no, a dosopa, and I have a lot of we are for a mediama producer. Something is going on very strangely in the Ghana Immigration Service. They kind. Some incessant transfers are ECOSO or Ghana Immigration Service, no, unprecedented.
Really?
Sir, I mean, security agencies there, say they can transfer you at any point in time.
Okay.
But there is not a timer. Yet you may transfer a large number. It's like almost half of current service personnel have been transferred around the country.
Is it illegal?
It is not illegal. Okay. It is not illegal for the Ghana Immigration Service to do transfers.
Okay.
It is within their powers. They are an employer. Sebi ene, o employer can say, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a problem. The problem they say, when the employer is a high-level security agency, play a crucial role in these elections, then the timing of such massive transfers becomes suspicious. So that's the first signal. Number one, the timing. What is triggering this incessant transfers less than 2 months to the next elections? What is triggering that? That's the first question. Number two, I've shared some documents and I have audios, radio, on say security service for no. You transfer they transfer them with radio the radio communication signal comes first before even the hard paper. I have all the radio communications. I've given some to your producer. If you can play a few. Okay. If you do a critical analysis of the transfers now, they've targeted places like Aflao, Kulungugu, and then the Banda area, baby, okay, 2020, a say look at here, a soldier for course, it had to take a sailing to go there because they have some Voltarian settlement along the Volta River over there.
Yeah.
And Paga. So places are they perceive say a honor the settlers no a year, you know, perceived to be NDC. Now movie only Akan officers to those places. Now they move the non-Akan officers from those places. In the same I say almost all Voltarian where immigration officers at the floor border have been transferred out of the place.
Really?
It is a who could do a flower who can't for immigration officer.
No,
sorry.
Can you give us evidence?
Well, I've given it to your producer.
There is so many materials to which one on fan to because maybe
so you can put the list, and then you see, and then you can play some of the radio communications.
Which ones now person ombo?
A dozen. I didn't have the chance to label which of them have. But Oboa, in all the transfers, there's a trend in the transfer, so you can play any of them.
Okay, so now let's deal with the document issue, right? So Kwame, for document chrono to us all right. The directorate, the management members. So this happened on 30th August 2024.
Yeah.
Ghana Immigration Service headquarters. Okay. So it goes on and on now. Transfers and reassignments. So the underlisted junior ranks have been transferred or reassigned to the stations stated against their names with immediate effect. All right, so you have
so let's check all the officers that have been transferred from Aflao.
Okay, so we deal with Aflao.
Aflao. So you see, first one, Inspector Raphael Akrobeto from Aflao to Mamponting.
Yeah,
you know free ho. You come to Inspector Asamoah Nutifafa from Aflao to Kumewu. We call the second page now.
No, the same page now, and you have Moses Ofori.
Moses Ofori, Inspector Moses Ofori from Aflao to Brekum.
From
Aflao to Brekum. Okwa, Xavier, the second page, you know.
Yeah.
Xavier Makumato from Aflao to Drobo. You know, so that is for that is for this particular page.
Then Xavier Makumato. Okay, so
yeah,
so this page in
here
is done. It's done.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
So on this page, but most of the info is on the radio. We know.
Okay.
You can play some. You know, just take one randomly. Let's play. You can pick the signals. So when you do the analysis.
Police officer be asked about say I've also been transferred.
From where? From where?
Now him say the way say honor that one that say him found no want me trying to respond.
No, I'm not transferring from where to where.
And to be trying to respond. But boss now no asanya was I've also been transferred.
Come now, me say oh dear, you be police for no so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So one Intel what is the motive?
So one, they are moving all the airway officers from places the borders perceived to be where the Voltarians or airways are, and then they are only taking the accounts with the perception said the account soldiers will not allow
security personnel
will intimidate said 2020 to intimidate other the citizens, the inhabitants. In fact,
so you think, sir, the immigration department, yes, sir, basically because of the elections.
It's basically because of the elections. Then let me give the second most important aspect of this whole thing.
But what about say, okay, you have 4 beef flour, you didn't come and ponting. If you honest, Mamponte, or you want your boy in this year, how can you know?
No, it's not about that. Say Mamponte when you about that town. Mamponte will be on crossing from one country to another. Aflao no muji di say, obi be crossing border. Aba. And now say obi te border town wo ho. Enti no, any because
so Paga border town.
Paga border town. Aflao border town. Banda ye an airway settlement along the Volta Lake.
Okay.
The voter airway settlement from Kwan.
Okay.
And a Kulungugu.
Kulungugu, yeah, border town. Border town.
Yeah, I think so. I think I need to check.
Yeah.
I need to verify.
Okay, so yeah, one of their radio messages now the mine. Let's quickly.
Officers and men are kindly requested to stand by for MSC. Your attention, once again grateful for your attention. From the Comptroller General of Immigration, the Directory, all management members, all regional commanders, the Commandant, Immigration Service Academy Training School, the Commanding Officer, Acting Fosu Tepa and ITRA, all sector commanders, all departments, sectional and unit heads, headquarters, Roger, info all controls. Once again, from the Comptroller General of Immigration, the Directorate, all management members, all regional commanders, the Commandant, ISA, the Commanding Officer, Acting Fosu Tepa, and all sector commanders, all FM, sectional and unit heads, headquarters, Roger, info all control. With the subject, transfer, reassignment. Subject, once again, is transfer, reassignment. Subject, FM. Is transfer, reassignment. Grateful. Now the message. The underlisted senior officers have been transferred, reassigned to the stations stated against their names with immediate effect.
Accra FM. Accra FM.
Once again, the underlisted senior officers have been transferred, reassigned to the stations stated against their names with immediate effect. Roger. Name number one. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration. Samuel Amadou Basin Tale from once again. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Samuel Amadou Basin Tale from Bono out to headquarters. I repeat, name number one. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Samuel Amadou Basin Tale from Bono out to headquarters. Name number two. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Enoch Ano Abrakwa from Bono East Regional Commander to headquarters. Name number three. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Peter Edu Apia from headquarters to Bono Regional Commander. I repeat, name number three. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Peter Edu Apia from headquarters to RC Bono region. Name number four. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Thomas J. from GAR/Operations to Regional Commander Northern Region. I repeat, name number four. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Thomas J. from GAR/Ops to Regional Commander Northern Region. Name number five. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Justice Bosumtin Ayensu from Deputy Regional Commander Ahafo to Regional Commander Upper West Region. I repeat, name number five. Deputy Commissioner of Immigration, Justice Bosumtin Ayensu from Deputy Regional Commander Ahafo to Regional Commander Upper West Region.
Okay, so Ansah. Yeah.
So
this
we're one of the tapes for the senior officers.
Okay.
Say man, there are ones for the junior officers.
Okay.
They are moving the people around. And
but why do you think? Say where issue?
Kwabena, what him say? The Electoral Commission wrote to all the security agencies to submit a list of special voting for their officers 1 month ago.
Okay.
into all the security agencies, including the immigration, have submitted their special voting list to the EC, and the places they will be voting, taking the special voting. So Officer Owo Aflauno, his name has been added to the special voting list. Officer Owo Aflauno, his name has been added to the special voting list for Aflao.
They no transfer no.
And now what 1 month ago, now what transfer any panel to Paga? And I said Banda. Until on the day of the special voting, no? How does this officer travel all the way from Paga to Aflao to come and vote?
Okay, so Mensa, Mame and Nyaika Krawaha. What cross check whether the EC and the security agencies no are special arrangements where ebia enipa no yes or register will be a apply special vote in honor of Betono, but for whatever reason you transfer and call ebia ya fancy ebono, right? So ebia my arrangements be obono ho yeah. I have
cross-checked that with even the immigration. They don't have any such arrangement.
Okay, fair.
There is no such arrangement. In fact, and that is why the officers are complaining. Say when them saw about transfers, why no transfers? Now we're trying. Am I register for special voting? My officer will cry.
Okay.
My register special voting, Accra. Say my transfer, I don't call Banda. Until join the special vote, you know, how do you expect me? Because that day I'll be on duty there. Into what arrangement have they made? What is the motivation behind these transfers? Is it that Omujidi said because they've lost the security agencies and so the voter register no transfer go for you know and you're creating a situation where the security agencies no can't mean to they can't vote properly. And the omoye main voters register the same thing omoye the security agencies also on the special voting list. And I will urge the NDC to pay serious attention to the special voting list. They shouldn't just focus on the main on the main voters register. They should pay serious attention to the special voting because they plan to do a lot of damage. Because Omanim say, in fact, most and Kwabena Unim, the special voting gives a signal before the elections.
For that one, yes, sure.
Once you lose the special voting, forget it. Forget it. It means even if you win, it means they won't protect you, no matter what you do. So what they want to do,
which means all information. Am I the same with the police service?
Yeah, all the security agencies across. Ukwa, the military, the police. There is massive transfer going on currently as we speak in all the security agencies because they know say they've lost the security agencies. So let's create a situation where these people will not be able to vote on election day. Let's make it difficult for them.
But it affects you also. That is the layman's question. Like,
you see,
say Basa say enye yenkwane ebeya.
Kwabena ono ade na be boa na se nko onye. Wonim so ma kwan na to obeto atia no. A police for omushu, omu cap 20 say captain ben de be ya omukai. Issues about security agencies no Kwabena promotion issues. In summary, it just the military move because of unfair promotion. Because of unfair promotion omoyeno military. It's the same thing with the immigrations. I have a list of so many officers that they've sidelined. People who are due for promotion, they've sidelined all of them.
I see.
On political grounds. And I'm creating apathy. Personnel demoralized security agencies, especially the junior ranks. They are demoralized. And all of them are waiting to show these people a very bitter lesson. And the created opportunity for so that they will not be able to vote on election day. So we've asked the security agencies, especially the immigrations, because somebody in the can say they should be able to tell us what alternative arrangement that they are going to put in place for all these officers that they are transferring. They should be able to tell us. Some way, somehow, they can manipulate, move some things around, and win this election. These elections is only going to be won. This election is only going to be true. Is only going to be peaceful if it reflects the true will of the Ghanaian people. Medical Sunday warning at the ama. One more, we will make it church say, and I won't have power today or tomorrow, and we are going to do everything in our power to win the next elections. We are going to do this. We are going to do that. Kwabena, there is something we call legitimacy. Legitimacy doesn't come from the Electoral Commission. Kwabena, on se coup no esi ni no. Even though it was a coup d'etat, the military junta enjoyed the support of the people. In Niger, even though it was a coup d'etat, the people, because the people supported the coup and the coup makers, the coup people are still in power, right? That is what we call legitimacy. Because it is only the people that can give you legitimacy. Electoral Commission doesn't give legitimacy. Legitimacy comes from the people. And he said, Electoral Commission for this say, you back away, maybe any security agency for near so well, you might win trouble, maybe one night, you bet the clear will be what I say, Dr. Bamia, president, Mutiagro.
So, with a submission, yes, the kind of messages are mean you're not ordinary citizens. So,
yeah,
some are police, some are military personnel. Sending me messages with the kind of transfers which they don't understand. And
Kwabena,
the entire idea is still how they can use it to manipulate the elections. I'm just thinking through.
Yeah, they have so many games up their sleeve that they want to play in this election. Because I might test what test now. And we said the usual game they played in 2016, 2020, wow.
Say you be
win M1 too. They say no. What they want to do is say again you bet me ye ma Ghana for be brain ya quite twaba. Because yet me reduce the number of people going to the polls and you bet me one ye cost second round the crown I bet me the one team any this the military near the day. You know? Because but Kwabena, it won't work. It won't work. They lost this election in 2022. This election, you lost election in 2022. And you have to lose election. So,
Obi, officer, you are sending me a message. You say, Bobie, I know a number of officers who come from the Fidiase Asokore constituency, who didn't go to the constituency in person to transfer their votes, but it was done for them.
Yeah.
What did the organizer say? So some of the people's voters no transfer no, even though
one quiet transfer,
but when we are
transferring, I'm on security agencies for the Twaba. They don't want them to vote. Because omoneto first special voting no and a special voting no results ne so omoko 2 we are among the security agencies they're able to know where the thing is moving towards and then they all rally behind who the winner is going to be. That's how it happens in most elections. And you know, after the special voting, you know, they know already, the security agencies, because national security, they have all the intelligence. They know who is winning the elections based on the outcome. Because these officers, apart from say, we are uniform now, the ordinary Ghanaians. I'm more born in our Bunedia Komubi. I'm so suffer. I'm so you don't know.
All right, I'll come back to you.
And you know, Kwabena, all these things affect them. And to tell we are. It sends a signal, and all of them then rally behind whoever they think is going to win the next elections. And to one we officer, Obama command could be in few because they know where the election is going already.
All right.
So that is what they are trying to avoid and trying to make them, frustrate them and prevent them from voting and make sure that they don't have the opportunity to vote. Come now.
Okay, so Kofi says, Bobie, they have sent some electorates they have moved some electorates from Kwabena to Ayawaso North constituency. And as to whether those people are MPP or NDC, you can't tell. Now, another message here says, good day, Commander. And now, Banda Town has pockets of villages that share borders with northeastern Ivory Coast. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I have some friends there. Mayor Jumeya, they have been testing me, sending me messages. And, all right. So, hey, I'm on for sending message. Now, Bobie, a special voting is held 3 days before the general elections. The security forces may have to spend more for the officers to travel to and fro before election day. Okay, so as to whether they are going to provide them cars, say movement be full, like a be easy one issue. Yena mebusa say ebi ana arrangement bi ewo.
You see, how do you provide transportation? Because Yemfan say, Yemfan say on election day, officers at maybe Yemfan say Aflao or Paga. Sa officer no, Yemfan vote to Aflao. Officers na ho no, enyo minya no vote to Aflao. Ebia officer back, ebia no ye transfer any free, ebia Banda. You transfer back e free Kumase, transfer back e free ebia Western region. And a call. Who don't mean a best car back. Are you going to provide one car for the flower person, one car? What is the logistical demand for some of these things?
So to analysis now, as the whole ideas, they are just creating inconvenience.
So some of them will just okay. So Yemfan say, oh dear, Yemfan say, Kwabena, Yemfan say, even make provisions kwa mo krana. Officer no, election day no ye adwuma ewo Paga. Say me vote to Aflawa. Kwabena 3 days from Aflawa to Paga and back. 3 days before election day. What sort of income? And you know, Nipano, what I say, Charlie, minko nye away and trust and quantity and come back. Now me buy a mesabe ye juma because the election, you know, and yet 1 day, you're 2 years on to say, declare after so before, during, and after the elections. They are working straight through that period.
All right, so Lewis Francis says, good afternoon, Mr. Bobie. I'm watching you live from Bosume Frehon in Ashanti region. Togbi Badasu says, action speaks louder than words. Kufuor's last days was characterized by midnight shenanigans, yet power changed hands. What this crop of nation wreckers are doing is to instill fear into the people, but it won't work. All right, so Hunter, Electoral Commission, NDC demonstration, and my main call, okay, so yentie fifikwete on a demonstration baso on 17th, and this for Rezi and Yema Baby. Now the question is sa approach we a beboa, and how far can the NDC go to make sure say they see a free and fair elections, which any day will give them victory to steer the affairs of this country. You go to here, Fifi Fiave, Kwete, National General Secretary. edema the NDC ene one police for kushia ewie and koma one o man for edi Charles McCarthy is asking, Bobie, so is that radio communication of a security agency? Well, yes.
We had a very good meeting with the regional police. We had a very good meeting with the regional police bosses. And the agreement is that we are going to proceed with our demonstration on the 17th of this month. That's next Tuesday. And it's going to happen not just in Greater Accra, but in all the other regions of the country at the same time. We wanted to have a confirmation about the endpoints. In terms of the routes, we had an agreement that we're going to start from the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, proceed through to Farisco, continue through to TUC, continue through the ministries and come all the way to Parliament, and then end up in front of the premises of the Electoral Commission. We wanted to have the exact location. That's why we came in the police to come and see exactly where it is we wanted to have the termination point, and we've been able to agree on that as well. Generally, in terms of the importance of this demonstration, is to say that it is something that is beyond the NDC. It's a critical election ahead of Ghana. It is in everybody's interest to ensure that especially the register that's going to be in the center of this whole election is credible. It's one that everybody can have absolute confidence in. We've had clear instances to say that there are issues, and we are pressing for forensic audit to be done, and that actually is the reason why we want to embark on this demonstration. The NCO just rightly said, if there is really nothing to hide, then there should really be no problem at all. You should be able to open your door and say, listen, come and check and be certain that there's nothing, in order for the whole country to proceed knowing that everything is okay. So generally that's what it is. We are asking the whole of the country to join this demonstration. It's critical for our peace, it's critical for our the very safety of our elections, to ensure that this country is able to go to election and come out in one piece. It's critical. So really that's why we are going on this demonstration.
So the police have given you the all clear?
Absolutely. We had a very good meeting with the regional police bosses. And the agreement is that we are going to proceed with our demonstration on the 17th of this month. That's next Tuesday. And it's going to happen not just in Greater Accra, but in all the other regions of the country.
Ansah, Western Regional Communication Officer, NDC, Western Regional Communication Officer. Ansah, Akwaba.
How many do, Bobie?
Boko de Minia.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, more flag bearer Akasa say on the 17th, across the country, more yechre editia EC. Namodi achese agro omunimu di mompe. Mo national chairman Abekasa, general secretary Akosia police for and ama ose ekwamu daho. Takrade Western region ebu daho. Why are ready?
Mudaho papa. Yeah, the message now call all our constituencies na ebinada takrade be butu.
Mo akosia police for bibia
ya de card ya kama police for bibia da na kwe ma oye ebinada anapa no nsia pepepe ya hye ndwumedi na ase wo oye takrade mall park no de nyim wo de wona ya to safra ya branch executives police say party sympathizers, not even only NDC, all minority parties nina tabe sabi wala they mention I am what nanya tranin tododo asomdwea Ghana ya woma ya hand over the ma president Akufo-Addo no to ma ba appointing as electoral commissioner no opeda this is agwe opeda to form nti ibia ye bibia nchen mo hu de ye nya abre na ye be che na ebna de Ghana fu ye na nya abre papa so onye MP before apami biara on kwa no nkaka che one day ma na meka esomubua mana manyofa apam no ba muntu me execute apam no we che meguo
and someone more party leadership are raising about illegal voter transfers and monya sa issues ni bi western region
across the country on your western region go say
no who dey deal what there more there no western region
the western region we have so many cases ye table in upper yada the regional commissioner of electoral commission one regional boss
but kabako tire
secondly bi wa hade secondly constituency afia constituency kwesimitim constituency asankagwa constituency we have table everything tabe sabiwara abatu wa ma na yeza abatu echi omuni ebobie ya man yesem ya ache yan kotu aba yan hu ni de electoral commissioner we sin kitri de opedo ya Ghana football Bobie
enti
aba 2019 ya kotu in 2019 the man ya kekanya wente ya kotu aba wa Ghana from the 1992 ya started multi-party democracy and the electoral commissioner bi aba we be declare result na lako no wa so na aba we be change result wa so na ko wa aba we be change result ya voters registration exercise area 2024 so area look at the data you brought out a national data out it took the National Democratic Congress to come and rectify the mistakes for an voters transfer area the data we have the records we have is not in conformity with your own. Yes, the form person. What's I know the tumba. You don't want to do it. About you know what to about one of Utima. Empedema, political the Tinakodo.
Okay, and which means constituencies need to converge or takrade.
Yes, to me, already more position. I want you to to be kind of constituencies in Amphi. Asankagwa Elibo Nazembra. But the 5 metro constituencies, secondly, Takrade, Afia, Kwesimintim, Eskadekatan, and ya met ya convert your fund and Takrade Jubilee Park in Channel, or ya Takrade more than you more. Near that for Afia, ya debo po Fijai, ya Fijai, ya Kafa and Kotumpo, ya Tumat, secondly, na ya Kwakatina, or ya electoral commissioner say, ya Koya the end would do. Ya the any woma wodi sifufu ya the any your fund and what ka apele bibia ya the yana edibani na aboko so one ka bi papa share na yenyan fiwo
but other constituencies na libo no mni ade so metimi aba fine right
no you have to sell for one na but we cannot transport them in their maximum quantity. Executives know women wanna walk it one car, wanna walk the but the metropolis we have the numbers. Don't be worried at all. We will show gentlemen said Ghana no about to know on to before to form crowd.
All right. Yeah, that's Kek Mensa Richard, Western Regional Communication Officer, live in Accra 100.5. Back in the studio. Honda Kajatu.
Over. Ma menchia ona menchia Yera Mensa Thompson. Enra sana Yera Pauli. Tema. Pauli wa ankasa uni papa.
Pa. Oh, okay.
And Yemano. Belated happy birthday. Na anayasemo. Anyway, I mean shasi say. Nana di entia nyame adoma edabnada Ghana ni bia wo so odo Ghana na ope asomdue na opese odi ne bra so se Ghana ni bia no I was so joining NDC sa demonstration nana ade ba kope ena ma Ghana se o man yeti studio ha obi ntimi mbebo nwura ha emebo etunkuye ade ba kunti ena Ghana ha akufu adoba restaurant $6 million restaurant no obi accommodate no woni sika nti wontimi nwura ho enko kasema maduane we entwitu ade ba ko a Emma will be fruit trotro, no be fat taxi, no be fat bicycle, no be nante form, no be TV8 mono. Emma be to me enjoy one casan hard earning income, and I say the luxury life no, emra. Emra no so fapim, any kabima kabia mamu. Kabima kabia mamu ni na so fapim, any abatuo. Abatuo ni na so fapim ne na shasie, eye. Edin chrongo manwa yede kwato aba no eye very important. And he said ye need credible voters register, ye nya credible election. Si nya credible election ye nya credible members of parliament, ye nya credible president, and for that matter ye nya credible government. Se kobane sa, it means Ghana as a country no ye nimbe bi edi any chile.
And your friend say election way there. Electoral Commission, they better do the election once and for all. Because we election we will do this election over and over and over again.
I think he has a point.
Yeah.
So
anti credibility ni namra no so. So ka se wo mamra ni nya adwuma dia. En ye beba ne say afia bato ne ye nto. Se anto aba no a there won't be any parliament. There won't be any president. There won't be any judiciary. There won't be any police. Yebeye ho se moa. Se do kokwaye mu a do ahoɔden timi no. No ato ahye no so no awe. Sa pepe lawlessness. There won't be any order. Tinana ma hemfo awosam de mu hugim. Ghana ohini bia enu a woni atamfo. Ahemfo mo matamfo do so papa. Se ne emra tugum sesia. Sa ohini no a oye otamfo no. Oba be you tie free so abefo akunya asase kakra mton asofo mo atamfo dos papa sa wo so mfa wonyimu a emra ni break a obi ba beje wa sori abekun eni ntino so obi ade ne ho jib nana back on the eye de ntia e wo say NDC for call for this forensic audit, the electoral commission whether they like it or yes e wo say ba so enie yanko abakose mu kakra enche kra 2015 Charlotte Sebeye electoral commissioner. Adia MPP for the welcome no a call for a new voters register. And it's MPP for me could be a near friend Let My Vote Count Alliance. I will major my edition Monsen say Omundi electoral commission for them. Omunya to trust them. Ecosis electoral commission be church ready for from. And into Omo to voter register and credit say a ECOWAS register. Because according to MPP, no must to go for Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Cote d'Ivoire, Omina, Ewu.
5
na Akufo-Addo no ye president no. Na yenhwe asemo nanado ekaye. Eye sabre no. Nanado posti we e woni Facebook 18th August 2015. And no search here ewo ho. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo say, it is instructive to note that on March 25, 2015, President John Mahama, then chairman of ECOWAS, intervened in a political dispute in neighboring Togo by requesting the postponement of the elections originally scheduled for April 15 to May 25, 2015. His intervention was in response to the calls from Togo's opposition parties over the credibility of the voters' register, which they alleged was bloated. Indeed, President Mahama urged the Togolese authorities to agree to establish a credible voters register, arguing that it was important Togo went into the elections with a register which is enjoyed the confidence of all parties. This request was heeded. The peaceful acceptance of the election results by stakeholders in Togo is indicative of how appropriate the president's intervention was. Clearly, what is good for Togo must be good for Ghana. Akufo-Addo asemo kan yenie. Yenko e de Baomia enso kae. Baomia Akufo-Addo de no 18th August 2015. On the same day, 18th August 2015, the Baomia so chroyeni. Our investigative team obtained the Togo voter register, which was publicly displayed prior to the 2015 Togolese elections. Using facial biometric recognition technology, the system has found 76,286 potential matches of the same people with the same names and faces on the Ghanaian as well as Togolese voters registers, some 2,000 of which were present in the PowerPoint presentation. I should note that so far we have only completed less than 10% of the work on the Togolese register, and we will begin work on comparing the Ivorian register with Ghana's shortly and follow that with the Burkina Faso register. Even though our investigations are ongoing, we are presenting our initial results because time is of the essence in this matter of a new electoral register. The EC, as we speak, is in the process of taking a decision on the issue, and we have to make an input into the process at the earliest opportunity, the case for a new register. #new voters register now. Baumia. See, we're 2015. Enti Akufo-Addo eka say voter register no enye credible. Baumia ka say enye credible. Ede na electoral commission then omo eyeye. Omo ka sansem no the Charlotte say led electoral commission say. Na omo call for a stakeholder forum. Our listener will tell all the civil society groups in Ghana, you invite omo. Political parties in Ghana, you invite omo. A year diplomatic course, you invite omo nyina, including Baumia and Akufo-Addo. Say, okay, utu say we will be a chere say 2015 you voter register ne enye no. Enti to aba enye enti enya foforo no. Fa dance ye bra, betumre ne chere sie enti bedwam. Ya say akokɔ to bedwam a nana as aveneti obedwam a ebi nyira. Enti electoral commission emba sa kwan no. Omu wie no na electoral commission at 5-member eminent committee. So omo ntrat no mu ntieti no omo hwe omo sem. Omu wie no then 31st December 2015 ana electoral commission omo publish here no new voters register EC tells MPP others, published by myjoyonline.com. Okay, I say the 5-member panel reviewing proposal for and against demand for a new voters register says arguments for a new register are unconvincing. The EC a month ago organized a 2-day forum for political parties, civil society organizations and individuals to collect views on the credibility or otherwise of the register. The EC decided to hold a forum following heated national debate over the register after the opposition New Patriotic Party claimed it had evidence suggesting the register had been compromised with as many as 76,000 non-Ghanaian voters on it. There were a number of demonstrations, some of which turned violent. A panel was therefore constituted to solicit opinions from stakeholders on whether or not to compile a new register. Week after the 2-day forum, the panel has submitted 8 reports to the EC. Chair of the panel, Justice VCRAC Crab, the late, is recommending that EC should not replace the current voters register. The panel, however, stated that it will still continue to monitor events relating to the register. NT MPP for Baumia emo allergy ye no den electoral commission ye electoral commission etie bedwakuo ampanyimfo enum tie asese okay mo nyina momra na nanu mani kasem
kachem
Baumia no a oka se wa discover over 76,000 Togolese na register no wanko onfo na dance ni nyina nko civil society group Alisa Hotel Baumia nko Akufo-Addo ma mechirem die nti a voter register no nya credible wanko MPP for mechirem die nti a voter register no enya credible momantimi anko omantimi antumre antiresie enti na nuna electoral commission de yes how from bedwama dwinkyire no wie no abedwafo no anu yi omde koma electoral commission say enyina so papa bi anim si abesi voter register no enti no yes voters register no. This initiative was taken by the electoral commission then. When Akufo-Addo and MPP for doubting the credibility of the Electoral Commission's voters register. No? For the Electoral Commission to prove themselves, they subjected themselves to the public scrutiny, credibility test. So okay, but at the end of the day, MPP for and the Electoral Commission here said there is no need for voters register. And that register no we declare say yeah ECOWAS register no and they to about year Kufuadwa now say I have won with almost 4 million votes. And I didn't be a president. Now from 2015 to 2024 Electoral Commission why a register from 2020 basin why a registration 3 times 2020 we a registration 2023 we a registration 2024 a registration we a registration we no why exhibition we exhibition was say emremu no would the copies and as a provisional register and Emma political parties and to pay the Electoral Commission and Kasa roadmap for this election no 9th July and I was an Electoral Commission in the provisional voters register and political parties but abroni ben ye no nim dia wa yentino Electoral Commission twenya 20th August sada no a oye voter exhibition exercise no and the provisional register no ma NDC ni political parties nana dwe omo say I put to print omo ntimi identify omo boni omadi but NDC has been vigilant until they were able to detect and identify errors when errors na NDC for identify ni bi ni say oman who say Electoral Commission for continue say sumase a transfer for vote 243,540 the sense say me na ya transfer me vote no minimum hwe na so enim say voter transfer me na me kwa akwa tell Electoral Commission person transfer me vote and no kra no we see ebisa me die ntia me transfer 243,000 illegally I will register we say mo and no nanchen Electoral Commission register we ode akono over 15,000 voters Electoral Commission force wa transfer mu vote no ye nim baby o mu register ye say before I obetimi a transfer vote no I was so register o baby e kire say me register wa Accra FM enti say me person me transfer me vote from Accra FM to original FM wa Jadi me vote ko na person track me baby am register ya be track be won Accra FM studios na me register ya but in this case this 15,000 crore no the Electoral Commission entimi nkire system ni data ni ntimi nkire baby originally o mo register ya eno na nchen nipa 3,957 omudi wo voter register as at 2023 according to district level elections no for 2024 exhibition Electoral Commission register no sa nipa 3,957 which is 4,000 no omudi nim ya delete free register no omudi nim wo dia no to nchen nipa 2,094 omo so aye transfer no omo ye no baby omo de so omo do omo vote konom kwa ya omudi ni ho anything when
more confirming all these incidents
more NDC for omo etirimu fanti yesu etirimu for abusum kunenkum ana omo ka chere Electoral Commission say ye hu ni amabi tie pese ye twe adwensi so nemmom said ye be na dance ye beba munti no enka we kra de Electoral Commission mu ana mo say mu wo dwumadi matun say let the citizens know and tie pese TV with the Facebook kra mo ametimu di mu Facebook page na fa ne live mo si da bi Yempenisa, Modemomla. NDC went to the Electoral Commission last Friday. Omo presenting when mono, the Electoral Commission admitted say ampa and some mo Kenya ni a wom, some from so when na a wom. Nemmom, Made said amo say, Yantia Bedwekuo, said ye Charlotte say ye, Emia probi the voters register no. Yet ye. Sa forensic audit no, yet ye. Enchiremu ben awode ma enchiremu bi ani ho na wo so betumi aye already no be ka kire Ghana for say this voters register no robust credible yet NDC fortness no watimi discover these errors ewom wode ba no admit say ewom enti wonim say sa error we register them now describe this register as credible as a robust. It means a yabua paye and adi shemu. Yes, you say osafo on san ho yade. Dia why any chere say a yabua paye we so obi epetu se wada. Unyane ne said there wada. Ebi na Electoral Commission aye no. Enti wo a wo kose mess, no ntimi clean the mess. enti then I was here call for a third party na obey forensic audit ni nyina ne say yanko fa adwumaku a omunim san hwehwemu no na omo mehwe register no hu say register no mfomso be ne wo mu ekwan be na mfomso no fa so baaye na yenkrakra omu wi a the same register. NDC is not asking the electoral commission say kwana new registration were a stronghold and I said deleting Crawfordy free NPP stronghold the same register no sani pa abobo omudi no NDC for doesn't know them which political party they vote for or which political party they belong. NDC nim.
Just do the right thing.
Just do the right thing.
That's all.
It could be says Sanipa over 243 NDC for fight to Omukran. Maybe on MPP. It could be said this 15,000 and they will vote for Baumia. They could be said 2,000 and they will vote for Baumia. NDC for say and family yeah, the penny say Abani ya kotono. Si din try ye pese won say Abani to no Frenchem bibia Frenchem ye din chobejetum. Si din kunim so a ye mpen kunim dia enam krono kwa so. Ye pese din kunim Frenchem na Ghana fo nyina hu sampa Abani mo to mani ajetumo. Enti yanko clean register no. Then the electoral commission says and say no, I won't do it. Now Ebini Busa said, what is the alternative? There is no alternative to this. Because nana the entire political parties like NDC, yeah, encourage you to be vigilant. No, vigilant ni say almost if you see something, say something. So once I don't know what you are, no what you are doing is so near crack or near threatening, and any vigilant.
Wait, almost say when you see something, let's move on.
More NDC, who share registration? Yase through the vigilance of NDC, even putting figures together, 1 + 1 can to me. NDC draw your attention throughout the registration exercise. NDC for a trust a telebibia electoral commission no correct no my infected the changes. When you were making errors in your tally during the voter registration exercise, NDC draw attention now cross checking one was one form no correction. A baby has said ube blame say who you su cora draw and I would do calculation. Yes, when you say cora draw and find your calculation. And Tiadentina, we are registration I am from Swan the NDC who you know your correction. But where they also win it. Because breaking the age, the strategy in ye. This is Omutimopo. Omuni say this election MPP is going to lose majority seat in parliament and presidential they are going to lose. But imagine say Omudi tell intimidation and a bullying Crawford. Imagine so NDC for a tata or mobuku ni pa ba community and signing na sa kronfo na woti kumase no eduja mfi asanwa no sa kwa na okuta to identity no won na no be ka say on the D-Day election
that follows boys of
that kwasi ampanyin sa no Media Foundation for West Africa man to some report na ba na say manya more than 50%. I will see you. Kwasi ampanyin sa no
slow man.
Yes,
on transition one man award did be
more than 50. I will see them. May pay improvement. This I want to see improvement, massive improvement.
Election day, I won't tell Monka. We won't be here.
On the election day, they will declare Baumia winner. First day, the Nipa 1,000 be Pia Bontain. I'll be the day. Second day, will be a plan. Only no Casa. Don't person me and says, gerrymandering. Yeah, voter transfer. No. Electoral Commission near PP4. Etimi basin Crawford afed yes Crawford shedem yes san Crawford ko shedem kuku amuni transform vote NDC ya vigilant echi san Crawford nyina enti bebia electoral commission MPP for so mbe wia abato no through the voter transfer anfa enti ya wia pon na say register ni kuta yen enti emfa illegal means ni transfer san Crawford no eno maye